Hi, my name is Helen Todd. I'm the owner of Sociality Squared, a full-service social media agency based in New York City, and I'm so excited to virtually be here with you today. 4 years ago, I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning with an idea for a domain name. That domain name would eventually evolve into the company that I have today. And we're a growing, wonderful company that does a lot of amazing business. But that's not what I'm going to talk to you about today. There's a lot of mistakes that happen along the way, and it's not always rosy. So I'd like to start off with one of my favorite jokes. What's the difference between a successful business and a woman who's pregnant? Both get congratulations all of the time, but no one knows how many times each has been screwed. I like this joke because it speaks to a lot of things. We really do focus a lot on the successes, but as business owners, there's a lot of bumps in the road. And today I'd like to share 6 of my mistakes when I first started the company. The first 3 are much more logistics-based, and the second 3 are a little bit more touchy-feely, emotional-based. So the first one, get a good accountant and also do your own homework. It seems really trite to say get a good accountant because that's very common business advice, but it's really, really important. And I know firsthand. I went through 2 accountants before finding a good third one. Both were out of state and didn't realize that New York City has its own city tax for businesses. So I owed 3 years backlog of taxes with an upcoming 4th year of estimated taxes. So get a good accountant. It will save you money and time and frustration. Second on the list, contracts. Pay attention and read them. They're really, really important. And sometimes they feel like when Google prompts you with a read the terms of services, checkbox, did you read this? Check. Where it's really easy to just scan through and sign it. Don't do this. It will bite you in the butt later. I know firsthand. There was one contract that had an auto-renew clause in it, and it needed 30 days of notice to cancel. In this case, it was a year-long subscription that was relatively expensive for me and my company, and I gave them 5 days notice. And the company stuck to their guns, and we ended up working out a deal so I didn't have to pay the full amount, but more or less, and was really just money down the drain. So contracts are really important. Setting up systems where you can keep track of the dates and be notified, whatever works for you, so that you know when they end, cancellation notices, and the clauses of renewals. It seems basic, but these small mistakes in a day can make a difference with companies that are really big sticklers for the fine print. And when you can afford it, get a good attorney. It's always wonderful to have someone in your ring with the expertise to help you out as well. On to number 3. Get the right tools for your business. And not only the right tools, but good ones where you are confident that they're reliable, that you can do the services that your customers and clients are paying you to do. In the instance of my company, we're largely internet and computer based. So it's important for us to be able to get online and have a working computer to be able to complete our tasks. And I made the mistake of buying a cheap laptop as a travel laptop. It seemed like a great idea at the time to save money. On one particular trip, I actually had a very important proposal to finish, and it crashed. So I had to go buy a new computer to be able to finish the proposal on the deadline. So it ended up costing me even more with the cheap laptop and the good, reliable laptop on top of that. The opportunity cost, the lost slides, the frustration. Had I invested and not skimped from the outset and made sure that I had the reliable tools, it would have saved me a lot of time and hair pulling out. Number 4, relationships. Business relationships are just that. They're still relationships. I actually had a co-founder when I founded Sociality Squared, and we no longer are in the co-founder capacity, but we still are great friends and work together. And we made the cardinal mistake. We jumped into business bed together without having the really serious conversations beforehand, like our spending habits, It was the first time I had ever shared a bank account with someone, and it was definitely a learning curve in working with someone at that intimate of a level. But just like real relationships, the advice before you get married is talk about your approaches to business, how you see the company. Those are really important conversations to have, and have open communication. And remember that they're human and have feelings and their own perspective, whether it's a co-founder or a vendor or anyone that you work with in any capacity. Business is about people. Number 5, listen to your gut. Never make decisions because you're rushed or out of desperation, especially when it comes to hiring decisions. You know, usually your gut is right, and sometimes you just need to step back and take a deep breath and evaluate the situation and not rush into anything. I remember one instance when I started the company, and I would take almost any job loosely related to social media, and someone had asked for a major project that could be done over the weekend, and even though I knew it was pretty much too big of a bite to chew and my gut was telling me like this is not realistic, I went ahead and said yes. And needless to say, we didn't meet the deadline. We had to push back the project, and had I listened to my gut and really been honest with myself too, that we wouldn't be able to make the deadline and needed more time, I would have avoided a crazy stressful weekend and kept the client happy by meeting expectations. All of us will run into sticky situations. Take a step back, do whatever you have to do to unwind, and listen to your gut. Usually it's right. Number 6, be prepared for success. It's just as important to be prepared for success as it is to be ready for all of the disasters that are going to come and are inevitable of running any company. But by being prepared for success, it means having a vision or a goal, whether it's short-term or long-term, and seeing yourself there. When we first started Sociality Squared, we did a lot of band-aid things. At the time, it was just 2 of us. So anything that would work, we made it work. But had we actually taken a step back and really seen the vision of the company grow into the larger agency that it is today, we would have made some different decisions. We were growing, but we didn't see the full vision of success, and we didn't allow ourselves to put down the foundation from a resources standpoint, like figuring out a system for email syncing, which would later cause many headaches as the team grew and grew. And along the lines of be prepared for success, I really embrace the motto, fake it until you make it. And it really helps project yourself as successful and help with visioning. But it also has maybe the expectation to always project success. And that's not always healthy if that's all you're thinking, because you will make mistakes. It's 100% inevitable. One thing that has helped me is to have a trusted group of friends and colleagues. We actually have a little mastermind network where we can internally vent and share these frustrations, where we still can project the public success. So that concludes the 6 mistakes that I learned from starting my company. Ending with business relationships are just that, relationships. Listen to your gut and be prepared for success. I wish you many successes, and I hope you learn from all the mistakes that you make along the way. It sounds common sense, but I consider myself a highly intelligent person, yet you gotta do the basics. Okay, I like that.